Hello, welcome back to the FA Championship 2027 Season 5 here in Australia. It's your boy King Razza I bringing you all the action here in Albert Park for the 4th round of the FA Season 5 Championship. And you just come in and miss out in the last episode, my oh my, the only dramatic thing that happens is yes, Visa Balls had their first reliability issue. Naz has her first reliability issue, and that absolutely changed the complex of this championship. But the big question is, how much performance did they lose over the big dominance that McLaren Chrome is showing right now? Is their dominancy going to continue in this race? We're going to find out, because it consists in a total of 3 DRS zones, 14 corners. Is a brilliant track around Albert Park, and I'm sure we're going to see all the action that's going to be unfolding as this race progresses on. But before we get into it, let's just give you a quick glimpse of what does the championships look like as we head into the next part of this episode. And here it is Claudia leading the way with 61 points, and then we have Keelan in second, then Naz, King Reza, Josh B, Zai, Rose, Washer, Ruby, Brandon L, Maddie, Lily, Fritton, Emily, Taris, Saraya, Matty, DJ, Agent, and Shay. That is the Drivers' Championship, and here is your Constructors' Championship. It is McLaren Chrome leading the way with a big lead, hopefully they're going to say, with Visa Ball, then McLaren Shadow, Colour Sport, Red Bull Sharer, Peugeot eDriver, Lassie Williams, Alpine Rest, and the Lamborghinis of Neon and Charlison down in 9th and 10th. But the big pointing block I gotta say is, where is McLaren Chrome? Can Naz try and fire out with those guys? And how much performance it has it lost? Has the team lost Naz and Visa Balls? And is any other teams can get involved with the dominancy of McLaren Chrome? Well, we have to find out, because it's time, ladies and gentlemen, for the grid for the Australian Grand Prix. So here it is Kaylin on pole position with Claudia in second place. Yet again, it's a front row lockout from McLaren Chrome. Maddie in the Visa Ball start third place. That's a great start from her, as Ruby will start fourth for Connor Sport. Naz from Visa Ball start in 5th place, and Josh B from the Red Bull Share will start in 6th. Brandon Hour, no big surprise from Alpine, starts 7th, with your boy King Reza starting McLaren Shadow in 8th. Washer for the Lassie Williams Racing start 9th, with his teammate Fritton alongside him in 10th. Rose for Colour Sport Racing, not a really good qualifying from her, starts 11th, with Emily starting in 12th. DJ, he will start 13th for Peugeot eDrive, with Lily starting 14th for Lambo Neon. Then Zai, very big shocking qualifying from him after consistently P5 finishes, start P15, and Terrace in 16th. Agent in 17th, with Shay started in 18th, and Matty, our teammate, start in 19th, and Saraya for the Lamborghini Trial Zone will route out the field for this grid. And I gotta say, I'm very surprised to see Kaylin up there in P1, but like I said, she had a pretty good race last time out in the likes of Qatar. Is this when Kaylin will start to have some great pace to try and challenge Claudia for this win? Well, we're going to find out, because it's time, ladies and gentlemen, for the Australian Grand Prix. The 5 red lights are up on your screens. 4, 5 red lights. And it's lights out, and away we go here in Australia. And that's a great start from Claudia off the line, and she's now going to challenge her teammate into turn 1, and Claudia takes the lead of the race, as Maddie now having a lot, has to defend and gets a couple of cars behind her, because Naz is trying to get past Ruby as we head into this corner. But Ruby's sitting down inside Maddie, and she's up into podium position. A brilliant start from Ruby from Colour Sport, already into 3rd place as Maddie dropped down to 4th. Meanwhile, we're watching these guys having a big jockey for position, but it is a 1-2, nevertheless to say, for McLaren Chrome, as Ruby is hot on Kaylin's tail and head now into the long left-hander into the chicane of 9 and 10, as we're watching Brandon now giving Naz a lot of pressure, I'm gonna say. And I have to, unfortunately for Naz, well, for Visa Balls, unfortunately they have to tone down the car power, is looking like, because they do not risk to having that reliability issue yet again until they can sort this out with a car. So unfortunately for Visa Bulls, they might not be in play to try and challenge for this win, trying to challenge McLaren Chrome for this win, and already McLaren Chrome are starting to pull away from Ruby as we head on to lap 2 out of 29. DRS is now enabled and Kaylin is closing in on Claudia. The weather for today, we might be expecting some showers here later on in the race. So I think strategy is going to be a big call for this race today, because yes, there is expecting some rain. I don't know when, but it's supposed to come. So it might look clear as day right now, but later on in the race, a shower may hit the circuit. So teams and drivers really need to prioritize on their strategy when they have to go to pit in hope to get some good points today. But we're going to be focusing on this battle before the rain comes, as Ruby is defending against Maddie. Maddie, who replaces Naz, I've got to say, because Maddie is up the inside. She's through on Ruby. Naz, meanwhile, she's struggling. Maddie is actually finding some good pace. Like I said before, Maddie's doing a great job for Visa Bulls, one of the leading car round the final corner, and Josh B, meanwhile, just got past Naz. Naz is really struggling down there, I've got to say, in P6. As Kaylin now set the fastest lap of this race. It's looking like it's going to be a McLaren Chrome fight for this race win. Claudia versus Kaylin. That's down the inside. Goes the likes of Ruby, trying to make the move on Maddie there. Couldn't find a way past. She had to stay there in P4. But Maddie just managed to stay ahead as we head now through the lights of turn 3 into turn 4. Now into the long left-hander here. DRS, remember, is enabled. As sooner rather than later, Ruby will have the DRS advantage out of turn 10. We're coming into turn 9 right now. Turn 10 is here. There is the DRS detection zone. DRS is now enabled. Now into the braking zone on turn 11. Is there going to be an opportunity for Ruby? No. She has to stay put behind Maddie, but she's going to look for the inside into turn 12. It's looking very close, but meanwhile, just above, they're going side by side. Now trying to get this position back away from Josh as we round the final corner. Josh will now have the DRS. No, it's Naz who has the DRS, sorry, as Naz might overtake Josh for P5. Great move from her. She's on the soft, by the way. Everyone else on mediums besides Claudia, Maddie, Brandon, Fritton, DJ, Lily, Agents, Shay, Matty and Terrence. Those guys are on the soft combat tires, but with rain on the way, when it is the right time to pit, I would say as long as possible on these tires. But for the softs, it's going to be a tough call, because the softs will wear out pretty quickly. So these guys got to manage the softs very well if they want to hang it out until the rain comes. If you're watching your boy King Razor, who just lost a position to Brandon, your reigning FA champion, fighting it down in the midfielders. This is not what we want to see. I feel like that McLaren Shadow, we're just going backwards in car performance, as Fritter just made the move on us, and now he's challenging Branson for P8. Can Brandon defend against him? No, he can't. Britain is up into 8th place, and Lassie Williams are looking really good today as well. But back to this fight for P3, Ruby is still trying to get past the likes of Maddie. Visa Bulls against one Color Sport car. The other Color Sport car is down there out of the points. 12th place for Rose as we skip some laps later. So lap 9, Naz has come in. Naz is in to go off through soft and put on another set of soft compound tires. That's going to be interesting, especially with rain on the way. Is that the right call for Naz? Should she pit it, or maybe she should have waited until the rain comes, because the rain could be coming soon, by the way, as Agent now has come into the pits. He's going for another set of soft compound tires, which is very interesting as well. So yeah, some mixed strategies going on, but some drivers are staying out, as Emily now giving Lily a little bit of pressure here, coming up into the lights on turn 9 into turn 10. The Lamborghini against another Lamborghini, the yellow Lamborghini against the green Lamborghini. Who's going to win it out? We're going to find out right now. Emily has the DRS. Emily can't find a way by the likes of Lily. Bit too far away to make that move done, but maybe into turn 12. Oh, that's a dive of a century from Emily, and she gets the move done on Lily as we round the final corner. She's up into P8, and I think Lily is coming into the pits to get rid of the softs and put on the next stint. But I just feel like that if I was Lily or anyone else who's coming to the pits, I just feel like maybe we should just hang out a little bit longer on the softs, because yes, there is rain coming, but because if you just pit it now, the rain could be coming in the next 3 or 4 laps, and then you have to make a pit stop again, and that can hamper your time really, really badly and probably ruin your race comes your pit stop for the wets or the inters, depending on how heavy the rain is going to be. As we're watching Claudia's in as well. So Claudia's come in from the lead to go onto the hards, and I've got to say, ladies and gentlemen, it started to get a little bit dark out there around Albert Park. Maddie's in, Zai in, Brandon Al, he's in. This is turning into a big strategy call of when the rain is going to come down. But let me tell you guys, Kaylin, she hasn't stopped. Ruby, Washer, Josh, they haven't stopped yet. They are waiting till the rain comes. And I gotta say, ladies and gentlemen, it's getting way darker here in Albert Park. Did Claudia make the wrong call to go into the hards and possibly ruin that strategy to maybe go for an undercut here? Because maybe I think she needs to stay a couple of laps a little bit longer, you know, in order to maybe go for the inters and maybe not lose any time, because I just feel like she's going to lose so much time and she's going to make this overtake easy on Josh. Down the inside she goes, but I think the rain might be coming here any second because it's getting really, really dark here in Albert Park. I just feel like those who just pitted might make a big mistake. I just see rains drop on my screen. It is now raining here in Albert Park. So Kaden, Ruby, Washer, they have made a great strategy here because now they can come into the pits. Claudia, unfortunately for her strategy did not pay off. She just pitted 1 lap earlier than when the rain comes, and yet there you can see that DRS is disabled, so that means the rain is definitely coming down. The shower is here. Your boy King Raza in the pits, Emily in the pits, everyone is going onto the inters, and I just feel like for Kane and Ruby, they have absolutely aced that strategy, but for Claudia here, I just feel like she messed that one up. She messed it up, and now she's going to lose a lot of time when she's going to come and make her pit stop. But when is she going to make that next pit stop? I don't know what McLaren crew are thinking there, but I think on Caitlin's side of the garage, they made the right call. Carly's side of the garage, they made the wrong call. And unfortunately for her, she's going to lose so much time and probably drop into the mid-4 pack if she's not careful. But now, here's her teammate, Caitlin, into the pits, gone to the inters, and I gotta say, she's gonna come out of the pits in P1. Ruby now in the pits. Claudia is right behind her in the pits as well. I believe those guys are gonna go onto the inters. Did I just saw mediums for Claudia? What? I just saw mediums for Claudia, so maybe a miscommunication going on there in McLaren Pro, but they managed to get the inters out right on time. That I would be very, very shocked to see Claudia on the mediums. But by the way, Rose is on mediums. She's still going on to the mediums, guys. She's still on the mediums, which is absolutely crazy to see. So yeah, for Connor Sports side, for Rose, yeah, she's in a bit of trouble here at Emily. Oh my goodness, Emily is in P5. The Lamborghini driver, Lambo Tradito, might have cooked their strategy. They're in P4 right now and just got past Ruby. What is going on in this race? Where did Emily started? Are you pretty sure she started outside the top 10? I don't know, but that is a brilliant strategy from Emily and Lambo Tradito to get herself in the top 5 at least. That's brilliant stuff. So this is going to put them in a great position to get some great points for the team as well. For Rose, yeah, I don't know what she's doing. I don't know what she's doing. Why she's not pitted, I don't know. But big error. She see her teammate Ruby fly by. Oh dear, for Rose. It's not been a good race. The strategy definitely did not come her way, and she has to come into the pits, and she's going to drop all the way possibly to the back of the field. Not a good race, and she got a lot of work to do to try and recover these positions to try at least finish in the top 10. So yeah, that's a big shame for Rose. As we skip the laps later on to lap 17 out of 29, we're watching this fight between Naz, Josh and possibly Washer for P6 right now, and I gotta say this is really heating up. I gotta say, as Josh B already making the move on Washer from the Williams in the Williams car. As you can see here, Josh trying to make the move done, but Washer did a great job to keep Josh at bay. So wow, I gotta say the Williams, the last two Williams this season, I know we're in round 4, the 4th race of the season, but they are looking pretty good. They're really decent over the last few races, constantly getting some good points for the team. The big question is, can they fight for podiums? Well, if they keep this up, we have to find out as this season progresses on, because the next race will mark the quarter of the season, round 5. The next race is in China, in Shanghai, so we're going to be there for the next race in FA Season 5. As we now watching this fight going on here, Naz, Josh has lost some time to Washer actually. Washer is catching your boy King Reza, sitting up in P5. But we're on board with Naz, out of the lights of turn 10. DRS, remember, it's disabled, so the drivers can only use that battery. But I gotta say, Naz looked awfully close to the back of Josh, but can't find a way there in turn 11, but maybe in turn 12. Oh, that was close, but she's gonna still hang it around the outside. There to make contact with Josh. Now have the inside round the final corner, and Naz got the move done, but Josh will have a brilliant slipstream out of the final corner to get past both cars before we get into turn 1. A brilliant move for the FA Season 1 champion, as now these guys are still batting out. Can't decide it, as Josh now challenge your boy King Reza, the reigning champion now for P5. It's looking very close for good King Reza, defending that move brilliantly. Josh have to settle down for P6, but meanwhile Naz and Washer having a go at each other as well, but Naz got the move done, and Naz is now challenging Josh as we head out on the light of turn 8. I think she doesn't have the good slipstream out of that corner. She has to stay put in P7 for now. And oh, the rain, I completely forgot about the rain, but the rain has stopped because the DRS is enabled. Now it's only a shower, let me tell you, so the shower I think must have cleared away now, but the big question is, how long is it going to take for the track to dry? I mean, we're in Australia and the track might dry very, very quickly. As you can see, Naz is giving Josh a lot of pressure round the final corner with the DRS. It's going to look very close. It's going to look very, very neat and tidy for Naz, and she's going to get an easy move on Josh back up into P6. The reason ball is, as now Josh dropped down to P7, and now you need to watch his mirrors because Washer could be very, very a move on him as well, but he stayed put in P8 for now. But all hands on deck. Brilliant fighting between these 4 drivers, King Rats, Naz, Josh and Washer. They really bring us a show, and I gotta say, Maddie could join this fight as well. But yeah, that's a great fight, entertaining fight for these 4 drivers, and I'm sure we may see more of that as this season progresses on. But Washer and Josh kind of lost some time to Naz and King Raza, because Naz is now looking awfully close to the back of King Raza. But look at the track, oh my goodness, it dried up very, very quickly, and Claudia is in. Claudia, she's in the pits, and she's going to go for a slick compound tyre, and it is the medium compound tyre for her. I'm not surprised. I think that's a good tyre choice, because it's only around 8-9 laps left of this race, and as she comes out of the pits, is this going to be enough to catch her teammate Kaylin? Kaylin, by the way, she's absolutely dominating this one. She's dominating this race, and Kaylin might be in for getting her first win of the season, which is absolutely brilliant stuff. She had a shaky start to the season. Remember, in Abu Dhabi, she had an incident with Shay. They made contact on the first lap, and that sent Shay into the barriers looking for her. She managed to carry on, but yeah, that's her first little mistake. But she certainly finds some really big confidence in that car, and now she's performing really well. We saw a glimpse of that in Qatar. Now we've seen her true performance here in Albert Park in Australia, as Kaylin is now is also on the mediums, Claudia on mediums, Emily on mediums, but Ruby, Washer, Naz, Josh, and your boy King Raza, we are all on the softs. And my goodness, that is very close between Matty and Terrace out of the pit lane. Terrace got fours out wide. I don't think he's going to be happy about that, as he lost a bunch of time as he gets some laps later onto lap 23, and Ruby has caught up to the back of Emily. What it could be a dream podium maybe for Emily, and Lamborghini down the inside of Ruby to spoil the party. She's up into third place, and Ruby could be in to get our first podium of this season, as Naz has got dive bomb now by Washer. They're still going side by side. Naz just managed to hold that position for P5 as we round the final corner to start the next lap of this Grand Prix. Emily, though, she is trying her hardest to keep up with Ruby. I know that Motorsport car might be quicker than the Lamborghini, but full credit to Emily, because she's actually keeping up with Ruby right now as they head through the technical part of the track, as we skip some laps later now onto lap 25 and 29. Back to this fight between Naz and Washer. Naz tried to get P5, couldn't work, and here comes the likes of Naz into this corner. Maybe no, can't find the move there, and now we're headed into turn 12. It's looking very close between these two drivers. They're going side by side. Naz trying to set up the inside. Washer defending that well, and now Josh is getting himself involved. It's looking very close between these three drivers. Naz is going to have the inside line with the DRS into turn 1, and there goes Naz into P5. Great move from lap 25 and 29. It is kicking off here in Albert Park as Josh sitting down the inside. It's looking very close between these three drivers, as Naz still got a lot of defending to do. The FA Season 1 champ still going side by side with Naz, and now it's not like he decided it. He's up into P5, and Washer is challenging Naz to get through into P6. A great scrap between these three drivers. And meanwhile, Ruby and Emily, they're looking pretty close. I'll be very happy to see if Emily can try to overtake Ruby for podium position as this race is coming to the end. But here comes Washer now, challenging Josh into turn 11. No, can't find a move there, but maybe into turn 12. There he goes. No, Josh still defending, placing his car in the perfect position, and Washer tries it around the outside. Can't find a move there, but it will have the DRS advantage around the final corner to give it that extra boost of power as we head into turn 1, and Washer is through. He's up into P5. That Alasia Williams car is looking really good here in Albert Park. As always, just like in Qatar, just like in Bahrain. Oh my goodness, they're having a blinder of a race today. Well done to Washer to get into P5, but it's not over yet, because I'm sure Josh and Naz are definitely going to give him a massive fight coming to the conclusion of this race. And here is your boy King Raza. Well, we're on our own. We're on our own right now. No one can attack us. I guess we're gonna cruise it to the finish line today for P8. And I gotta say, McLaren Shadow, we are looking off the hook. We have extremely dropped off since Bahrain, as Agent has to let go of the two leaders. There is Kaylin, who is absolutely dominating this race. I gotta say, she's definitely find something in that car to her liking, and I think she's just shown Claudia that maybe you have to worry about me for this championship. You're not gonna win this on your own. I'm gonna challenge for it too. So yeah, McLaren Chrome might have a 1v1 team battle for this championship, even though they're dominating this race. They're looking like they might be the favourites for this championship. I know it's very early to tell, early to say actually, ladies and gentlemen, but by the look of it, it's looking like they're going to be the team that is going to be the team that's going to be the favourites for this championship. But you never know. Motorsport, Peugeot, McLaren Chrome, Red Bull, they could get involved. Alasia Williams, maybe they could get involved as well. Lamborghini, I'll be shocked to see Lamborghini shot the field probably near the end of the season. We don't know, but yeah, it is looking like an all McLaren Chrome dominancy here in FA Season 5 as we're on the penultimate lap of this race and now into the final lap of this race. And Kaylin has absolutely dominated this one. I mean, she really has shown everyone that she can be a contender for this race, and she's going to come in to her first Grand Prix win here in FA Season 5. Meanwhile, Emily is really giving Ruby a lot of pressure. Ruby got one more lap to hopefully try and secure this podium. It's not going to be easy, but I gotta say, Lamborghini Triton actually, for that side of Lamborghini, what a brilliant race they produced today. They're done incredible. The strategy has really paid off for today. I think she went longer on the slicks before the rain comes, and that's the reason why she managed to drop everyone in the pit lane, because she's near the end of the pit lane exit, Lamborghini. So yeah, got to be done. But Kaylin wins the Australian Grand Prix, takes her first win of this season. Well done to her. She absolutely deserved that one. And maybe for Claudia, she might got some worrying things to worry about. She got some things to worry about. Yes, that is your teammate Claudia, who might be your contender for the championship as she comes home in second. Ruby, that I'm really focused on, Ruby against Emily. I think Ruby might have done enough here because Emily has dropped that back a little bit on this lap, and Ruby now comes home the final few corners. Ruby has done enough. But for Emily, she's got to be really proud. Lamborghini got to be really happy. Ruby P3, Emily P4. Washer P5 yet again. Williams look absolutely great in every single track as a midfielder, as Naz finished in 6th. Good recovery drive from her. Maddie in 7th, Fritz in 8th, Ziza in 9th, Josh in 10th. My oh my, what a fabulous Australian Grand Prix that was. So here are your results. It is Kaylin winning it out with Claudia in second, and Ruby, Emily. What a brilliant race from Emily. I think she's my driver of the day, I've got to say, because Lamborghini absolutely cooked with their strategy, and hopefully we'll see more of that as the season progresses on. There we have Washer, then we have the likes of Naz, Maddie, Fritten, Zizai, Josh B, Rose, King Razor, Soraya, Lily, and then Shay, Brandon L. Then we have Matty, Terrace, DJ, and Agent. That is your race results, and I gotta say, big shocker from Zizai to finish in the points. Big shocker for King Razor, who didn't score any points in this race. It's looking bad to worse for the McLaren Shadow. But here is the championship. What does it look like after a great Australian Grand Prix? Claudia extends the lead only by 10 points to Kaylin in second. Now drop down to P3 now. She's losing a lot of time to the McLaren crews up ahead with King Razor down P4. Josh B in 5th, then Ruby in 6th. Washer moves up into 7th and Zizai in 8th. Drop down to 8th place after a disappointing Australian GP. Then Rose, Emily moves up to 10th after a brilliant result from her. Then Maddie, Fritz and Brandon L, Lily, Terrace, Soraya, Matty, Shane, DJ and Agent. And here is your constructors standings. McLaren Chrome extended the lead with 150 points, a massive gap between them and Visa Balls in second. Motorsport moves up into third with McLaren Shadow in 4th. And Williams, Red Bull Sharer, Persia E-Drive, Lambo Trizo move up to 8th, Alpi drop down to 9th, and Lambo Neon in 10th. That is constructor standings, and that's how we conclude this episode. Thank you all for watching this episode. I hope you enjoy it, and let the fight for this championship continues in China, in Shanghai. Claudia Kaylin look very, very strong. Who can challenge them? We'll find out when FA returns. Bye bye and good night.